Hey there, Ruben here. This is for TechAttack.my, giving you a first look at the Lenovo VIBE Z that was just being launched today. It will be available exclusively through Cellcom on March 15th, exclusively for a month, and 1 month later it will be available to all Lenovo partners, all smartphone dealers. That's April 15th. We're just going to show you how the phone looks like first. So going down here, you have the micro USB port. On the left, you have the micro SIM tray and the pinhole to eject it. It only takes one SIM, by the way. So on the left, you have the volume rocker and power button, as well as the 3.5mm headset jack. So the display is a 5.5-inch IPS LCD. It has 1920 by 1080 pixels. That's around 401 pixels per inch. It's powered by Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 processor, a quad-core 2.2 GHz, a Krite 400 CPU, Adreno 330 GPU, 2 gigs of RAM, 16 gigs of internal storage. It doesn't have any micro SD card slot here, so you only get 16 gigs of storage. It has Wi-Fi 802.11 AC, DC HSPA Plus, that's up to 42 megabits per second downloads. However, it has LTE, but it only supports the 1800 megahertz band used by Malaysian telcos, and not the 2600 megahertz band. Okay, so the camera, I'm just going to show you the camera. So the camera here has two flash, dual LED flash. It's a 13 megapixel shooter with a f1.8 aperture lens right here. The front-facing camera is actually a 5 megapixel right here. It has a very wide angle, about 84 degrees. So you can it's almost 90 degrees. So you can actually take a really wide angle shot using the front-facing camera. Okay, so it ships with Android 4.3 Jelly Bean. 4.3. It's right here. And of course it comes with Lenovo's own skin, as you can see here. So along with the skin, you also get a lot of Lenovo's apps. They call it the Do It apps. And over here you can see on display, share it, sync it, secure it. One particularly that I'm interested in is the theme center, where you can actually select from a bunch of themes. I'm sure you can also download it. And it doesn't only change the icons and the menus and other UIs. You can also set how the lock screen will look like, how the desktop will look like, system UI, including the boot animation. So if you were to power it off and turn it back on, you will get a different boot animation depending on what theme you pick. So that's one. Secondly is, if you go to the settings, because of how big the display size is, so Lenovo is throwing in a bunch of features to utilize it. So one of them I'm going to show you right here is the smart dialer. So I have it turned on. So when you're on the dialer, you can actually, it uses the accelerometer or the gyro. So depending on which angle it's on, the keys will flow to. So now it's on the left, now back on the right. So it's easier for you to dial the phone numbers with one hand. So that's one. Second is shake to lock. Actually, there's a lot. I can't really go through all of them. So pocket mode is where if it's in your pocket, when it detects the proximity sensor, detects that something is on it, it will increase the volume. So the ringtone will be louder. And shake to lock is when enabled. You can actually just shake it to lock the phone like that. Ooh. And another thing is the volume key feature. When enabled, it will turn the screen on when you press it, up or down, doesn't matter. So when the screen is locked, you can actually turn it on. So you don't have to press it all the time, especially if you're using the left hand to use it. So yep, I guess that's it. So here's a first look of the Lenovo VIBE Z. Thanks for watching.